Hey everybody, today we're going to be making a turtle with a color wheel shell. The color wheel is an important tool for artists to use to help them determine color relationships, how colors work together, and how you create different colors. We are going to be using a simple 6-color color wheel. We're going to be using the primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow, and the secondary colors, which are purple, green, and orange. The only supplies that you will need for this project is a white piece of paper, something to draw with, so something like a pencil or a black crayon or marker, and something to color with, something like crayons, markers, colored pencils, or watercolor paints. That's all you're going to need, so let's get started. Okay, so make sure you have your white paper ready to go and something to draw with. Remember, that can be a pencil, black crayon, or marker. I'm using a black crayon, and our first step is that we're going to draw a big circle. Now, if you do an itty bitty little circle, it's not going to work out so well for you. So you want to make sure you draw a really big circle. And don't worry if your circle's not perfect. Mine's not going to be perfect. Turtle shells are not exactly perfect. That's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, so make sure you draw a big circle on your paper like I have. The next step is to draw a head for your turtle. So I'm going to draw an upside down U here at the top of my shell. Okay, so I've got my upside down U. That's my turtle's head. And I'm going to draw a little face on my turtle. I'm going to add a little eyes, maybe like that. And you can put a little mouth on your turtle. You could put eyelashes or make a tongue sticking out. You decide. It's your turtle. You decide what kind of face it's got. Okay, so draw your head and your face on your turtle next. Now we're going to do the legs of our turtle. So they're kind of U shapes too, but they're a little bit curved U shapes. So see how it's kind of curving to the side a little bit? Okay, so there's my turtle's front legs. And I'm going to give him some back legs. Like that, good. And a little tail. Okay, so give your turtle its legs and tail next. And remember, at any time during the video, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause to catch up. Now, this next step is really important that you follow along the same way I'm doing it so that you have the right amount of lines and the right amount of spaces. We're going to be drawing 3 lines, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The first one's going to start right up here at the top of the shell. It's going to be a straight line all the way down to the bottom like that. Okay? So draw that line. Now our next line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 4 fingers and I'm going to place them so that they're like this. My pinky's right next to where it kind of crosses over like that, and I'm going to make a little line right there. That's where I'm going to start my next line, and it's going to be a straight diagonal line that's going to come across my shell like that. Okay, and then in this space that's left over about halfway, so about right here, I'm going to draw a straight line. It's going to go through the middle all the way over to that side. Now don't worry if your lines don't all totally match up in the middle. It's okay. All right, so I'm going to set my black crayon to the side. Now we're ready to color. Remember, it's okay if you're using different supplies than I am. Okay, so I'm going to start off with blue. So I want you to find your blue marker, crayon, paint, whatever you're using. And we're going to color this section right here with blue. So remember that when you color, you want to take your time, color neatly and completely so that your artwork looks the best that it can look. Okay, so notice I like to take my time. I'm working in small spaces to fill in all those white spaces inside of this section of my color wheel. Okay. All right, so now there's my blue section. We're going to work in this direction as we go around. We're actually going to skip this. We're going to come back to it later. So now I'm going to color in this section. Remember, you might notice we started with blue, so that means we're starting with our primary colors. So next we're going to work with yellow. So I'm going to find my yellow crayon, and I'm going to color in this next section. Remember, I skipped this one. And it's okay when you color to turn your paper as you're coloring. Now it's important that you put your colors in the same places that I am so that your color wheel turns out correctly. If I'm ever going too fast for you, you can pause, to catch up. Okay, so remember I said we're working around this way, so like we did here, we're gonna skip this one and come over here. And our last primary color, we've got blue, yellow, and our last primary color is red. So I'm gonna find my red crayon and I'm gonna color this section right here with red. So I've got my red. All right, so we've got these empty spaces we need to go back and fill in. We've got our 3 primary colors. So that means we're going to be working with secondary colors next. The secondary colors are the colors you get when you mix 2 primary colors together. So we're going to work in this section next. We've got blue on this side and yellow on this side, which means the color in between is these 2 mixed together. So yellow plus blue equals green. So I'm going to find my green crayon and I'm going to color this section in here with green. Okay, now I'm working my way around this way, and I've got this section here. It's in between yellow and red. So yellow plus red is orange. So I'm going to find my orange crayon and color this section in orange. Okay. All right, I've got one more spot left. So here's my blank spot. I've got red on one side, blue on the other. So red plus blue equals purple. Okay, so I've got purple in this last space here. Okay, now my color wheel is finished, but I want to add some more color. So at this point, you can pick whatever color you want for your turtle's head and legs. So I'm going to choose brown. You can pick whatever color you would like for yours. I'm going to color around his eyes here. So I'm going to color in his head and his arms. Or I'm sorry, his legs, arms and legs. One. And his tail. I don't want to forget about his tail. I'll get down there in a minute. Okay, now I want it to look like my turtle's kind of swimming in the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a different blue. So not a blue that I used before. I picked a different blue and I'm going to make some wavy lines. So it looks like my turtle's in the water. Now you could choose, maybe you want to use green and draw grass because maybe your turtle's the kind of turtle that lives in the grass. Okay, so that's your decision. You get to pick. Okay, now my turtle, color wheel turtle is all finished. Hope you had a lot of fun and I can't wait to see your artwork. Bye.